Hi, I'm Keith Caridi, and together with Damian Germano, we're the owners of Deep and Steep. I do the hardware side, Damian does the software side, and together we made the Orbit. The Orbit is our take on a barometric skydiving altimeter that features a really impressive display, massive battery endurance, all within a small, modern form factor. We spent years developing the Orbit, from selecting the best possible hardware components to programming them in such a way that is most functional for the modern skydiver. Since this is a visual skydiving altimeter, the display selection was really a cornerstone of the entire design. After a lot of research and testing, we found a display that is both impressively visible while skydiving and consumes very little current for maximum battery endurance. Well, what about night jumps? The Orbit's got you covered with a built-in display light that's been tuned to be visible during night jumps while not ruining your night vision. What's cool about the Orbit's display light is it turns on automatically if it senses that you're using the device in low light, whether you're clicking buttons or on a skydive. Protecting this really impressive display is Corning's Gorilla Glass, which is a great product for this application because it's very scratch and crack resistant. This glass technology is the same that's commonly used for modern smartphones and watches, but of course we had to put it to the test. So check out the video linked in the description below to see what it takes to scratch and crack some Orbits. Okay, the power system. The Orbit's USB-C port is for charging the device and for accessing the logbook. It takes about 1.5 hours to charge an Orbit from 0 to 100%, and that one charge will last you a very long time. If you're the type of skydiver who jumps every single weekend, you only have to charge your Orbit a few times a year. The last thing about the Orbit's power system is that, very similar to popular AADs, the Orbit turns off automatically after 14 hours of being on, unless of course you're on a skydive. Accessing the Orbit's logbook is super easy. Select USB Connect in the menu, then plug it into a computer. The Orbit will pop up as a mass storage device, and there's a spreadsheet called Logbook. The Orbit's flash memory is capable of storing over 100,000 skydives worth of data. That's probably enough. How water resistant is the Orbit? Well, we like swooping, but we don't always make it out of the pond, and the Orbit's gotta be able to survive that, right? We designed this altimeter to withstand splashes and quick dunks in the water with no water ingress. Don't take your Orbit for scuba, do take your Orbit for swoops. If your Orbit gets wet, make sure that you dry off the device and the strap before your next jump. On the back side of the device by the strap, there's the Orbit's static port. If the static port is clogged with water or debris, then your Orbit may not get accurate pressure readings. Straps and mounts. We offer 3 mounting options for the Orbit. The elastic wrist mount is the most common one. The device attaches to 1.5-inch material using 2 custom lugs and thread locking screws. Use 2 size 0 Phillips screwdrivers to add or remove mounts. User interface. The select button on the right turns the Orbit on and pages through the screens. On this first screen we have the date, your total jump number, a jump counter, jumps today, and battery percentage. The next page is your jump log, where you can cycle through the previous 10 skydives and see detailed information. Then of course is the altitude. Holding the select button for 8 seconds, then releasing it performs a hard reset. This is useful if you're boarding the airplane and you realize your Orbit's not on 0. That's how you zero it. To access the Orbit's menu, press the up or down button, then use up, down, and select to navigate the menu and input information. Lockdown mode changes to the altitude screen and disables all other screens and all menus. This can be used for student altimeters to disable all functionality except showing the altitude. Get out of lockdown mode by performing a hard reset. Jump counter counts up every jump until the counter is reset back to 0. This is useful for counting how many jumps are on equipment, or counting how many jumps you do during a training camp, or anything else where counting jumps is useful. In DZ options, you can see your current millibar pressure and program an LZ offset. Updating the software on the Orbit is easy. Look at the video linked in the description. When you exit the aircraft, the orbit automatically switches over to the altitude screen. It disables other screens and the menu system. This way, whether you're free falling or parachute flying, the only screen that's available is your altitude. We stand behind our product, so the Orbit comes with a 1-year warranty. You can see all of this information in the user manual. You can access the user manual by scanning the QR code or going to our website. Okay, that's it. Enjoy the thing we made. Make sure you take your Orbit for fun rips. Be safe out there.